session. We at the side of Kotoko. Warm up Kosono and a issue at the actual room YouTube. The Amakacho say People's Rice channel. YouTube. DJ. Over check the other as a maybe and so at 12 hours outside or check it Nafi Yantuaso and Fenfrio. Some for also the other my mistake, but I'm say why I check my say why and I'm it's you checking it one as one and you signal me and one no young quadim. We have 25 minutes to kick off. 25 minutes to kick off. Now this all important game chassis. I got 25 minutes. Now game no chassis and true democracy for no. You say omo own na promise on winning game we are or special package be at the moment true democracy. Yeah, almost special package. I promise boys and say once they win, they have a special package. That is it for true democracy. So we to share Kotoko on special package. Referees and also warm up. Just will be any abre whether the moon you kakra into this is true democracy. More that promise. So I'm sure Asante Kotoko more special package. The team owner at the mom true democracy. The zone 3. Almost zone 3 Oko Division 1 League now. Zone 1. Zone 1 the 3 northern regions plus Brown half region. Zone 2 Ashanti, Western and Central. And zone 3 Greater Accra, Volta and Eastern. But you use the football regions. Football there you use 16 regions, you know. Football also use the 10 regions. It's almost zone 3. Zone 3 on true democracy at the 6th position. Almost zone there. Kamia Kwes Ho United. Ho United for no. Ebaji qualification no. Kamia say Ho United. Ebaji qualification. I was a zone no. So far we say omo a zone is here. Ho for no emodemono. I was ropa. I was a zone no. But then we share the other clubs. Now we say there. Also eko ewa. Enyoma ebetimi akoyi ade. Omo the 6th position with 30 points. From possible 63 points, about 21 games. From possible 63 points, almost 30, almost to 33 now to but Omonia Bre, so true democracy and Asante Kotoko, Babara Sports Stadium. In the next 23 minutes, not giving a chassis, little about 2 Janina every Babara, Edia, but Babia will be an only problem. Babia will be ano, you stick and stay right here. Ewa kuma na yede everything you need to hear, you need to know about that game. Ede abrel ewo kasafidie no so. O de ene entra ewo haya yede ehun semi nyina no ede ebebrel ewo kasafidie no so. Yes, Krobia Asante Kotoko. Womo ehwe se ombeje FA Cup no. Asante Kotoko ehwe se ombeje FA Cup no. O hwe se obestache kulusi the gap. Aida one Hartford entem no. Kotoko ehwe say obekulusi sa gap no. It in terms of the FA Cup in Ghana, Kotoko je 1958 or je 1959 or je 1960. 83 years Kotoko edge to us 58, 59, 60. And obeje 78 the 4th title no. 5th title 84. Afi 98 or science je and waji 2001, 2014, 2017. Tikotoko 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Has I think 11 titles. Has 11 or 12. Mame, I'm very sure. Said the bear met me. I can yip. I had to folk in terms of the FA Cup. No, one more and I did draw. Kotoko Aji 9. It's the Ansha has do waje. Nianja Kotoko. Sir Obichi Hasa. Nti has Aji 12. Kotoko Aji 9. 3 and a dem. 3 and a dem. Ti as a crobia emene bre na uchisi has ni yepa. And this is an opportunity because has are not in the competition. Make community kotukuni because PPG has woman hide because they are the most successful club. They are always the team to beat in the FA Cup. A FA Cup na open a team to beat a Continental Club Masters. Or more the team to beat because omo na ajedo do. Aha. In Teba Liga Kotoko the team to beat with 25, 26 titles. That confusion about league. Now if you look to me and settle some matter my someone AJ Dodono, the Ghana Football Association, or Mukren to me and settle matter and for my it no one thing. So why AJ league not do pa Kotoko has Kotoko Diana Wajino to 25, 24, 26. But if you know a record no from among the Kotoko ajidudu sei we ajidudu sei ayin sa pepe enete Babara Sports Stadium de ekoso na technical crew na dama omutwa mfonyinti yellow outfit na true democracy ebeshe yellow na Kotoko ashe red Kotoko ashe red true democracy ashe yellow Kotoko ewo the round of 32 no omo ne accelerate omo share yellow me kana me ho Kotoko share yellow and accelerate a share white with blue stripes visa mekai 80. This is Kotoko in this game. They were red almost side, you know, say red jersey in Eddie Siso. Normally, but 20 minutes more. Now, Mame line up no finafi. The approach of Prosper Nate Ugum. Prosper into this game with a typical 4-3-3. Said Eddie Kan Eddie Atujano. A 4-3-3 system. And at Kotoko coach, you know, the approach game, no. Now, but 4-3-3 with a lot of attacking intent. Kotoko's attacking intent are clear. Said they are going in to attack their opponent. Kotoko go into this game with a clear intent to attack. They are not sitting back. Kotoko ain't sitting back. They will take the game to their opponent. And I'll explain to you because Kotoko line up now. Most of the players are Kotoko Eddie Ewuremuno. Players are attacking minded players. So the attacking orientation is there. Typical defenders are defend. Typical defenders defend no. Ubenya Samba, who is a number 5 who defends or a centre back. Michael Sifa defend. 2 and 3. 2 no Adrian Daniel Ajeti. Or no defend. Daniel Adrian Ajeti 44 jersey. And I Patrick Kessie reached 17 jersey. But yen nan him say Kotoko attack wa. One position more attack for flanks no. Both left and right. So once Kotoko are attacking you on the left and on the right, I just say coach na both 2 players on by attack pa. Or both 2 players on by attack pa. So even though they are natural defenders, but in terms of Kotoko's attacking transition, the 2 and 3, 2 Daniel Adrian Ajeti, 3 Patrick Esiedu play key role in attacking their opponents when they are in attacking transition. Let's go to the middle. Middle also Kotoko justice player or defensive minded or a holding midfielder, so defensive minded. And he justice in Kuku play. Then Obo Andrews in team manu. Andrews the box to box duties. Andrews will help in attack. Andrews will help in defending. When Kotoko are in attacking transition, Andrews in team man will be there. When Kotoko are in defensive transition, Andrews in team man will be there. And both sides, whether Kotoko and air attack, he will help in the build up. Kotoko they attack. So Kotoko and a defender, he will still help in the defensive transitions. And in attacking transition. A branch of the team manu ebe kodenim na or supporto entry obo 10 no to be close entry pa aboa no and e beka say obebo half 8 and half 10 in attacking transition. In defensive transition obebo half 8 and half 6 to obebo justice play na Kotoko obo a single pivot no abedane double pivot, then ono ero no ba be 6 and 8 in attacking 8 and 10. The 2 laterals will also help in the middle. Any time they are advancing, they will advance through the middle. That is their first point of call. On advancing through the middle, then on middle advancing no ABM echo wings or BM wings are down the saka any of the chamber for mobiles wingers ebe ko in akwadane attackers na fi wings na ababe dane 2 and 3 na omo ko attacking transition no ababe ura. That is how Kotoko ebe approach the game no. Eti unze krobia at the ball no tata opponent ni bebrebe. Na unze Asante Kotoko ball deep in the half of the opponent. Don't be surprised. Afi wabo 3 wingers, 3 attackers. Dauda Saka as at the left side, Avicheba for the right side, and up front, no, or the Kwampuku LED. So those are 3 attackers. Kaise entry ebebo as an attacker. Now Wakwakunya 4. Now Ntimanu ebebo as a half 8 and a half 10, another attacker. Next Wakunya 5. No one Patrick Siedu, any Daniel Drinajeti, almost be attacking every flanks and Abba. So there will be point in the game. Kotoko will be attacking with 7 men. 7. Nabaka Justice Blay, Samban Dongani, and Abranche Michael Sifa as the defenders. But Ubenya 7 players are or more the attacking transition or the attacking third. And Kotoko will double up because I know it's a game prosper. Empese be den kura be ben no so kura ntinka we ye start ya no asore so unya 2-3 first half na okay dey Kotoko dey was it visionary and true democracy. I'm just picking say report say omobo ye fan to from ni mpia team bia no Kotoko be shia person dey ball to from pia bia e favor Kotoko prosper no sa system ni favor no pa oba be ball the long balls ni ade a o try confuse Kotoko. And it is going to be a very, very, very nice game. They will put the ball on the ground. They will want to walk the ball into the Kotoko area. They will want to possess. No mu pia ball the Kotoko afemo. Eho and Asante Kotoko. And so ebe chire ne bobreho and Asante Kotoko. And so ebe chire de one so ebe timi aye e wo game. So we are 14 minutes away from kickoff. 14 minutes away from kickoff. Emmanuel Ozuleta ebe the commentator for the day. Wano ena ediebe wuram na live commentary no watwa mfonyini ede akire ye yamao bibia se hu from attendance to Kotoko both team ebe arrive here the team arrive as me ma attendance mama both teams ye omo warm up session na Kotoko lineup and so ye de abetudwa ede ama of course obi obi say na pepe true democracy no kwase me wum say mete yi me ma ye me ho nya atwom nipa bi nya atwom. True democracy for no pa they say me hwa omoda true democracy players me nimomo etinya fe na me ba me hunya atwom bia ba kire zaze de be nimomo bia ni da bi I don't know them. Yes, even though they are a team competing or the FA Cup because predominantly they play in the Division 1 and Division 1 Zone 1 there. How many times this is my Division 1 games ni na be kwa heroes and ya me ko be kwa e ko hwe mu games kakra. Which should be understandable. It should be understandable. Say, be quite heroes. Them to me, I could show me kakra. A better than my free kumasia. Some may drive you. Some may for play. No, say, may go head through democracy. So on the room, say, it is far fetched. If you are expecting that for me, oh, fair to me. Say, oh, expecting some kwa show more. Inti. That is the matter at stake. It's minimum, but game no, you better. And trust us will come and review the review game no you be room ashare the ko ye the anko ye sign is call ye tactics a coach boy bibia and you say you buy better say ni wura details nim na your review game nankasa and so e de amawa and no enye asepketo. So that is it. Kumasi Babara Sports Stadium referees Asante Kotoko e protest ye say referee Maso Hansen no e referee wọ́n mpẹ̀lẹ́ ni mo ahwẹ́ wọ́n games ase Maso Hansen Kotoko aka so mo mpẹ̀lẹ́ ni mo ahwẹ́ wọ́n games ase sẹ́bi obedi referee na onye fair emfa ma Asante Kotoko ọba so obedi referee na onyina kumam enye fair emfa ma Asante Kotoko and for that matter they don't expect the GFA to be naming him say omedi omo games Kotoko echiroko enampa mpanyifo enso agiatum ama meno kasai enyomo ena enye Maso Hansen ena ebedi game no. True democracy goalkeeper Kofi Otto Emba Kofi Otto Emba afi omo ewo Kwesi Mensa Abraham Amoa Emmanuel Lawe Semeyo ne de anya Semeyo Joseph Donko Abdalu Seidu Jeffrey Nana Osei Eric Kwakwa Mate Mahama Chris Aka ena omo ewo Arnold Apia ai sei ena omo etim na etie am tenu mo biase omo team no mu omo team sheet na ba na so omo goalkeeper mienu ena start ya chiro GK asho bo nchai Arnold Apia ehye jersey number 58 GK Chris Aka ehye jersey number 50 GK Mate Mahama ehye 49 Eric Kwakwa ehye 32 Jeffrey Nana Osei ehye 31 Avdalu Seidu ehye jersey number 30 Joseph Donko jersey number 24
democracy
Emmanuel
Amin Abdul Basit
Sameyo
Abdul Hamid Shami Dead Idi Hafiz. Now for those 20, on the bench we have Abraham Odonko, Samuel Gona, Emmanuel Kwabina, Ajay Matel, and I know Ajay Matel very very well. Then you have Kingsley Rahim, Kenneth Owusu, Ibrahim Yusuf, then Aaron Ansu. Now for the officiating we have
Daniel
Atipa Afonso. It was referee Hansen, but I don't know why they've changed that. So these are the guys who will be doing justice tonight for Kumasi Asante Kotoko and True Democracy.
Yeah, looking through the last FA Cup game, even in the Premiership, I per se
the last FA Cup
game. Say that Kotoko has the very best of individual players being assembled by them, and they should do well to by way of clinching all the trophies that comes on their way. And again, in this year's FA Cup, they have been performing tremendously well, and we are hoping that they will continue as such. But they are meeting another stubborn side Through Democracy, who have also been through the system and making it here as never or something that you will judge by being it as a fluke or something like that. They've been performing, and look at the performance that Atram Divisa, Golden Caves, and the likes, the other Division 1 teams, they are performing. Look at where they are today in terms of the MTN FA Cup. So clearly, Kotoko should be wary of True Democracy. They are not just a team who have been fortunate to be here. They've really performing so well from the preliminary stage to this particular stage. So we are ready to witness a very crunchy and a cracker of a match tonight at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium.
So those on the bench are just coming out from the dressing room. But let me push you to the wall. For the first department, what are we going to see?
Well, it will be very interesting game, very difficult game. But Kotoko, with the quality of individual within the ranks, I would predict Kotoko by scoring at least a goal in the first 45 minutes.
So that is what my brother Kobia Asante is saying. At the first part of the game, Kumasi Asante Kotoko is going to get a goal. As I told you, live here at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium once again. My name is Tanako Siaji, my Prophet Junior. You can call me Najee the Dolembo. It is the match between Kumasi Krobia Asante Kotoko and True Democracy. This is the MTN FA Cup 2025 edition, live on Joy Prime, live on Adum TV, live on Original TV, live on Original FM, so as live on Metro TV, as well as live on Alpha Sports channel. And don't forget what I told you. You can
Edi afam framanum edi ama etiefo nyina ba bia wo bia enti se wo nkran na nkran de China kapano de pumpuni mantem aso so saka za China mbezo kire mase o nkran pumpuni mantem enti bombo akra no mo betie commentary no onua right o mefa e onua na o mo takra de na afa e connect wo Asante mantem na ba bia wo tie nka bia wo befa e wakoma 87.9 na ya de commentary no e de ehia ba bia wo bia dwumadi no ano ehye ano den.
Let's go to Facebook.
E ba bia mo pepper rice e na otemi nkan ye tren mu ache ye tren mu ache ya enya asem ketwa ye tren mu ache kakra na ni nyina ne se ye de ni nyina e de ebro Inti saa pepe ena dwumadi no enso etie saa pepe ena dwumadi no enso etie. In the next 6 minutes the game will start. It has a little enso ewo babara na inti said the Ewankasa atmosphere tie ba bia hia me pa attendance so far. Akosa in and say the attendance is very 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 poor. Attendance is extremely poor. Babara Sports Stadium. So we want to go there. Na say so far attendance is etie Baba Nyara Sports Stadium. Two teams, you know. If he dressing room back to the pitch, you see how they mark inside that.
Babara Sports Stadium. As we discover which team will join the 3 teams already in the semi-finals of this season's MTN FA Cup.
So far, you
can see that the stadium is beginning to fill to capacity. As we have most of the fans joining in at this juncture. And you can see the 2 teams also preparing to join the field as well. And there's the Tema Bay side that takes on the most decorated club in the Ghana Premier League. And the second most decorated club in the MTN FA Cup tonight. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, who've just made 3 changes to their previous starting lineup. As for True Democracy FC, as many as 9 changes to their previous starting lineup as they get ready to join us on the field tonight. That you can see the scores of fans here in their numbers to support them, led by referee Atiapa, a very experienced referee in the Ghana Premier League. And you can see there's joy all over the stand as this class is very, very important one for the Porcupine Warriors, who promised to honor the memory of Francis Nana Frimpong, known as Poli, now laced with a trophy. And the Porcupines clouded in their favorite colors of red. And they play at home tonight. And True Democracy with a shining jersey they've got, radiating color of yellow, black, and you can see all over as they take their turn to shake hands with the match officials who will be in charge of today's game. And once again, that man in the middle, Afonso Atiapa, who won the 12 games in the Ghana Premier League, the security aspect, has been given a huge tax of ensuring that hostilities are seen tonight. And so that's Kotoko starting lineup. Entry returns into the starting team. Opoku, this has been a very important figure since returning to this Porcupine Mountain side this evening, as well as Bafo. And an exciting backline of Saidu, Samba, Sefa and Ajete. Once again, who've got in the note. But a quick change of Mohamed Kamara, who returns into the sticks tonight, ahead of Frederick Asari. And the coach for today's team, and will always be Prosper Natilgum until something unusual happens. As they pause for the camera at the moment. Quality staff we're expecting in the next 90 minutes. Lots of fitness in there. The usual suspect also playing. That's Justice Blake. And that's True Democracy's captain. I'll skip up the side. The man in the 66 set. Gene. This man has got so much to do tonight, especially as his side chases history in the MTN FA Cup. Color watching one of your match officials for tonight's game. Atiapa Afonso. Assistant referee one will be Odom Isaac. Dodo Isaac is the second assistant referee. Fourth official being Opoku Gabriel Ahin, with match commissioner being Ziga Christian Enyonam. And it's True Democracy starting lineup. Botwe Akugri, who lead the line with Mafuz, Otu, Bassett, Anderson. Spread across midfield, back four of Sani, Ejin, Mahmoudou, and Kadri. With goalkeeper being Amwa, has got a huge job to do tonight to keep out Kwame Opoku. Has got quality eye for goal. Referees ensuring that everything is set for the second half game between these two teams. And here's Kotoko's bench, led by Coach Prosper Natelgu. And you can see the legs. Otiapa blows for the commencement of this game. And Kotoko already trying to make an against it. Less than 1 minute. And they are trying to register here. Intentions against the True Democracy side. We've had some very veteran staff in the Division 1 League as well as this season's MTN FA Cup. But they would have to defend this. And there's a corner kick coming from the left-hand side, floated across. And it's been met, it's been booted out. And they'll stay on the edge of the area. As Kotoko once again will try to corner the dots. The man in the 44 shot brought down. And there's that Sajeti Adwin brought down. And that's a bit of warning coming from Atiapa, who needs to tell the defender. I'm forced to be a bit careful. Where there's tackles, that is a very dangerous area. You've got to really add a bit of caution to it anytime you're trying to mark these Kotoko players. We'll be looking for such pieces to see if we can capitalize on it. Well, let's see, it's Kotoko's corner kick. Well, I beg your pardon, it's a free kick from a very acute angle, as they post a lot of bodies for it. And let's see what happens with this one. True Democracy without to defend. Floated across, that's a lovely hit there. And Justice play, and he fired it wide. Kotoko's keeper fails to keep it down. But there's a bit of complaints here from the Kotoko players. Just maybe would have to just watch.
To Andrews Intermanu and na bono so pejja bono tentente na so true democracy mo pia bono so
it's into Kamara just off
Koswa na like na share na subscribe to the channel na bibia also enya kama titremo edi bibia edi bro corner kick for good true democracy corner kick true democracy peja body mo na so kwami poku aklebo on the floor bra kwa di manuel ntwi o bra kwa chakon kuma kwami poku peja body na so bia ni honom bra kwa di true democracy peja body so kwa peja body tentente na so samba wonel pianso da kwa koma albeta pianso da kwa koma saka dauda saka na se patrick aha o pianso da kwa koma saka de bona koma patrick asiedu de bona room to justice blay pian body so da kwa koma saka dauda saka bona kanachi saka wajina bwana so de bwana kwa kushe vimfi andusin timbanu piaso da kwa kuma entry piaso da kwa kuma cha best entry na so bwana bobinsa na so referee say bwana sa so corner kick bwana bobinsa na so still referee say corner kick corner kick ya body true democracy. This is the second penalty for club Kumasi Asante Kotoko. James subscribe to the channel. Jembulemu. Namibia and so any kama. No say kwa kutete true democracy. Kwame Amponsa. What's Kotoko true democracy now? Peja body mo apembwani abina so. Bona trashie. And go kick mo ventia. Club Kumasi Asante Kotoko. But we say can't say true democracy now. Also I don't channel Samuel as many a J you also win 3.
Samuel is ensuring that his colleagues are just ready to receive what the bullet is about. Throwing inside. And Kotoko managed to win possession again. They've been on the right foot since the blast of the whistle. Showing that they've got really so much experience. Well, here's Dr. Prosper Natel Gurum of Asante Kotoko. The man who have got so much experience in the league. Reached the round 64 of the MTNFA Cup back in 2021-2022 season. In the 2023-2024 season, reached the round of 16. And then they says it 2024-2025 is already in a quarterfinal looking for his first semi-final berth. Now Scott have got a free kick. 23 yards out. And that's a long way, isn't it? Kotoko has got a big task to perform this evening, unless to keep that one out of his own yawning net. And that's going to be a long drive, oh my goodness, nearly to the far side. Well, just flashes wide, but not a bad idea. Ricochet.
Kotoko, Justice Blame, Passionate Mianko, True Democracy, or different kama, or the Boneba, True Democracy, or Jimmy Top, or the Bonacquation Vivi, True Democracy, or Jam Bonoso, True Democracy, Water Pass, True Democracy, or Bobby B, Naso, and Jana Mianko, Bonosto, Equita, True Democracy, Justice Blame, Aquacocha, Justice Blame, Aquacocha, Justice and Kunkuble, Crocodile Samane. But we say True Democracy player back with the form of medical team, you know. And so Kwako, we say Club Kumasi Asante Kotoko player across with the film. Yeah, the Dino and so at the moment says here. Now, Bibia and so I come with the and then never come gracious on the social media platforms. Of course, one never come gracious. Now you won't follow me. No one like me. Now, who was saying this other from my more? No one subscribe to the channel name is here to 25k. Sorry, 25k.
Kill safer. Only Sajete instead. Sandra and Ajete. Manovi deployed on the right hand side. They're saving it by Coach Prosper Ogo. Lying a bit on the tap after clashing off with Anderson for himself. He's also receiving medical treatment on the far sideline. Just look at it again. That was hotly served between those two players. Well, we've done less than 10 minutes, 9 minutes played. And the story is that Kotoko haven't been able to find the back of the net. And the same for True Democracy FC. True Democracy who puts men forward as they try to see if they can chase for an opener. You know, certainly it's going to be a long drive coming in from Kadri. Stopped. There's Kadri again, going back to win it. There's another push from Justice Blair for Sakarauda, sends it across. The last set brought things out, but here's Justice Blair on the best of touch from Kotoko's keeper. But they managed to keep possession and try to whip their way from the far left, right hand side. Back to the skipper. Eugene. Taking his time to scan his area and find those men in the yellow set. That's Botchway. The best of touch. And now True Democracy have it in Midfield. Brings it back. That's Shani. And True Democracy, we say that's a bit of expressional play from them. I could agree. Now to the man in the 2-0-2. Sina. Mafus coming forward from the far left-hand side, but the flag is already up. Unless to Hottest dream. And Kotoko have been spared a big relief with the waving of that flag. They'll take their train quickly. That's a poor one taken from Kotoko, but they managed to win possession. Still have to drive forward once again through West Sefai's base. Here's Saka looking for Patrick Aseru. And that's a big boot. And Kotoko wins the train advantage. Quickly taken by Patrick Aseru. Here's Saka down and decides to go for the blast. And it's in. Kotoko opens the scoring account. And it's Saka down. Hutsik. And with ease, first Kotoko into the lead. And Amwa cannot just reach it. The Porcupine Warriors are dancing and clapping. And Sakarauda hit it from inside the box. That's a quality hit, isn't it? That's a bit careless from True Democracy's defense, will be asking themselves a lot of questions. Well, they managed to fall back all of a sudden And it was a quick throw taken by Patrick Casiedo, who saw Sakaraura run into that space. Not the best power drive, but it is just enough to beat goalkeeper more between the two sticks for True Democracy. Unless you can watch it for yourself again and enjoy the moment. Yes, play. With an inside pass looking for Patrick Casiedo once again, but that's just too heavy for the left back to keep on attack. Confirmation of the scoreline for you at the moment. 30-minute played. And then Sakaraura has goal, making a difference at the moment. And it just tells you that the pressure torch has been turned on to the True Democracy side. Who would have to at least conjure something special if they really want to cause a bit of havoc here. And Kotoko has got a corner kick. Must be a short one taken. Here's Casiedo. Sends it to A-winger. A full space to make it. But advantage will stay with the man in the yellow as they try to push a lot of bodies for it. And it was always going to be a difficult task for them. Taking on one of the most informed sides now in the Ghana Premier League. Not just anybody of the Ghana Premier League and second best team in this competition. Bit of exchange there. Here's Sakugi trying to win it, but he's a skip out the side. Ajin always it. What a pocket point territory here in the numbers. Unless Ajin the side on. We've done quarter of an hour. With 30 minutes more left in this first half department of the game. And the Porcupine Warriors are really having a real night here. It's becoming a bit frustrated. Or this True Democracy players so needs to stay a bit calm. Unless they've got long minutes left in this game. It's just early days yet, and anything can happen. But Justice Blaze stays on the turf. And a skip up the side.
Bono a temporary hold up.
Has been very special to his team. To be a big blow if he fails to continue with the game. Let's see what the medics have got to say about this situation. Kotoko for the moment to take the free kick as the skipper walks to the far side to be attended to. Reduced to 10 men. That's a long ball drive coming in from the left hand side. I need to be watched as they roll over beyond the bar line. And that's True Democracy's goal kick at the moment as they hope to press the restart button all over again. Lovely play now from True Democracy. Coming forward, that's a big defending. And as Sakugi was just made his way into the box. The referee is spotting something. Well, some of the golden kick officials in the stands watching on this game as they managed to pick that spirited performance against Kerala United from the penalty spot where they won 5-3. And they're just watching on eagerly. For them, they've sets up a match with a trap DVC in the semi-finals. But as it stands, Kotoko have got one leg or one nose in the lead into the semi-finals, except True Democracy really get themselves back into this tie. A bit of temporary hold up as Patrick Caceres has cut it out. Once the games resumes, a long one, Democracy will clear their lines. Second order, well, he's fouling his marker. Well, maybe True Democracy have just understood the intent of this game after conceding.
Oh, Edema, Piazon Tentem, Bono Equita, Brantiani, and so Eddie, George, Peter Bonimo, also, Bono and Comabia, Bonaquadi, Daniela Drana Jete, Pia Bolton Kadankada, Bonaquache, Brabadi, Daniel Jabonoso, now Bonantianco, True Democracy, or Jabonoso, or Peter Bondasha 50, True Democracy, or Bomu.
Drags it into the middle, looking for entry. The supply has been cut. Ajete. 0-2. Looking for Botchway, finds it. Drags it back to the far right hand side for Akrogu. Left hand deep. Into the final third of Kotoko. That's my full strength. Ajete to it. Out of back corner side, got past him, gets into the box. This could be a long. Driving again, Kamara on the right place to collect it.
Saka Dauda, a solid giant now so. Most medical team of Fabio Kumasi Asante Kotoko, you play another debut. Aha, I am Dona TV on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Most the chairman is just say, man subscribe when no best one say. To subscribe when they motivating the camera. When you do cramp, I don't subscribe. I don't didi. You trust what the bono and the amount of Bolikuta, a jete Jabolo so. Now so, True Democracy referee found it here. True Democracy. Mo said Daniel Adrena Jete still not that from war. Daniel Adrena Jete just number 44. Okay, so we new aha now was subscription no and motivate here. Ye here's Kabia, ye yashi, just subscribe. Send a bay, we say Jumana, ye boy Jumapa. Yes, also subscribe here now and also up motivate here. My day in day out, Yakobe Bia, and I just say live coverage, you know, yeah, they Abramo, Mr. Must subscribe it. Now we say Nipaka Kra, I subscribe, Mama subscribe, create 20, Mr. More subscription, no one, if I'm more subscribe to the channel, let me be and so and ya come and so and live comment to know at the Bromedin and then another Kwame Gracious Bono Equita, Konokona Satashia, and you throw in the Antofantia. Throwing aya to the Tia Probia Kumasi Asante Kotoko. True Democracy Timono. Tambon and Tentem. Bono True Democracy. To Bon and Tentem. Who's the Kotoko Pimbono de Pia Emmanuel Entry. Chinabono Soda Kakoma. Justice Blainaso. Macleb on the Pro Boyakodi. Samba Unel. Samba. pass the ball on the Aquacoma Saka Dauda, Saka Jinabonoso, Naso Bonnet Bianco, Bono Aquacudi, and Jusin Timeno, Jinaso da Masaka, Pianso da Aquacoma, a Brante D and a Daniela Jeti, Pianso Tenten Aquacoma Kwabi, Emmanuel Entry, and Chizimika Babanso, a magic foul there, Tia Emmanuel Entry. That Jeff foul there, Tia Emmanuel Entry. Jeff foul there, Tia Emmanuel Entry. So, Open Kotoko stories in Open Kotoko stories are now I can subscribe to Sports Plus. Nabi Bia, so I come out our home. Kobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko 1. True Democracy in Timmy and Tesakale about 25 minutes. Our Babanyara Sports Stadium, a Pejabo with Tente, then Lapin Bonnie de Piama Bonatashe, and a throw in the Antoventia. Kobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko 1 from 1. Taking throwing for 2-1 and 10 Bonabadi. Konokowa, Clebon and Tentem, Bonnet Bianco, True Democracy, True Shot, now so much Clebono, Bramedi, Emmanuel Entry, and Trapembono, Emmanuel Entry, and Jambos now to channel the NATO firm. The Chay Emmanuel Entry, I'm a foul with it here. True Democracy Football Club, Monse Emmanuel Entry, Tafem, Emmanuel Entry, Montahono, sorry, Kama. I'm going to say Daniel Adona Jete, Sefa, Michael Sefa, Peter Boy Biakoma, Samba Unel, Samba, Piambono so de Baladim, Samba Unel, Samba Piambono so, Dakakoma, a plantain didn't come to Samba, Samba 2, and Timero Jambo so Dakakoma, Patrick Sedu, and Sedu Bakakoma, Emmanuel Entry, and Jambo Kama, and Piambono Vivi. This chamber went to Bianco Bonoso.
Democracy trying to run from the right hand side, but on the best of hits. They've given the advantage to Kotoko to once again attack. Here's Century on the edge of the area, press it, looking for Justice Bay, couldn't pick him. Kwame Poku having a bit silent into this evening game. He does not need much touch on the ball, just need 1 or 2 on a or just punish you. Send it across.
Clebon from a Bonacodi in Timenu, Jambo Shakakuma, Patrick Sedu.
Bayamwa. Saka, Sedu. Back to the man in the yellow, and Timenu wins it. And it's a corporate at the end. But you can see it on excited with the way his team is trying to connect those little dots of passes. Not just so much hungry, so much hunger to deal with this Kotoko side. Really besting for it. The bubbles are not just enough. What else? They're traveling through Democracy fans in the stand. In the less majority at the far side. They might be feeling it's too early to give up at this juncture. Here's O2 from midfield. Matthews, not the best of pass. Well taken care of by Che. Kamara. And it's back into midfield. Yes, I could agree. This has to go for the ground again. Not a bad idea, but again, Justice has got to really keep his eye. Let's go. That's Justice, I could agree. Where's the spearhead in tonight's game for True Democracy? I'll speak about True Democracy. It's been an exciting road to the quarterfinal for them. Here's Anderson. As they try to open up a bit. There's Kadri, lovely ball up front. Looking for Justice, but the flag is already up. And now Samba O'Neill, not excited about it. It's been a regular starter. Samba O'Neill. It's one of the most reliable centre-backs for Kotoko this season. Century drags it to the left-hand side. Patrick Casiedo tried to drift a bit. And a free kick once again has been conceded by True Democracy. And Anderson is the first man to go into the book of referee Afonso Atiapa this evening. That's a lovely touch. He's trying to break away. And he just goes to the ground. 29 minutes. And this man on your screen is the most busiest at this moment. He's got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's another Kotoko's free kick. This time around from the left inside, and it's a copper bullet, and it's been well dealt with by Amwa. I saw it drifting onto his first right inside. He managed to parry it away. But Kotoko are just piling the pressure at the moment. Have been enjoying this game right from the blast of the way still. Back to Asiedu. Abwa. They need to be careful. And nearly getting the second. Yes, entry. Not referee whistles. That's a huge relief. For this True Democracy side. You can see the man in a 31 jersey just lurking around. Kwame Opoku has been silent this evening. I trust him to burst onto the scene any moment. He's have that glorious opportunity to hit the back of the net. Just needs something little. As the skip of the side is scots it out. Pick a knock at the back of his head. The game will resume. And Kotoko will have to attack once again. And she fails to be found. But Kotoko will continue pressing and pressing. And it's finally brought out of the channel. Mafu's calling for it. But not the best of connection. Timeno. Entry back to Timeno. Clever play. And it's butted out now. Salasan Mamoudou with that clever clearance from that channel. And it's to avert the danger. But Kotoko continue again. in that territory from the left-hand side. Entry, Saka Elder, turns it into Justice Blay. And True Democracy once again will clear their lines. Very scrappy play from the Timber-based team. They're saving it. We're talking about True Democracy. Beat Quayle Rangers by 2-0. Continued with a 2-2 draw and finally won from the penalty spot when he beat Asante Academy 4-3 on penalties and caused the big scare. Now he beat it, Dreams FC 1-0. And also adding Nani FC to the pack. Now this evening, you can just tell that they are facing a real matching order from Asante Kotoko. And it's just interesting. You can really see Kotoko's intent. Absolutely. Directing all over to this game. And you can just tell. Entry brings it back to Kamara. It's back into the middle. That's Intimino. Not going to back away from.
Winner shot from the back now, so Maclebonete from Bolakapadi. True Democrats now, so many foul. Just in number 41. Idi Branton Papa. Only Isaac Boche. They are very good this evening. And you want to share Dreams FC. The True Democrats now, so Patrick Apimbo Samba Onyo, Samba Jambo to Justice Blay, Blay Pianso Dakakuma, Saka Dauda, Saka, Evago Akuma, entry Jambo so now so PNG the Nato former referee for the True Democracy Football Club. Kobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko 1. Kobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko 1. Kobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko 1. True Democracy now. But we say imagine how best work as Akara.
And there's a lot of stuff happening. Asero, check one inside. That's Mahfouz. On the receiving end of it again. That's the referee. Deep inside into his pocket and flashes out another yellow. Taking a tally of yellow cards in this evening game to 2 for the same side. That's the 6th minute. And that's the man who is trying everything possible to see if his side can get back into the game. Yes, look, Manimoro, former player of Tema, Real Sportif, and the national under-20 side. And Kotoko brings this one. Yes, a big one from Blay. Finds Asiedu. But the post is just too much. And Democracy would have to try and organize their defensive line. It's been very shaky. It's been very jittery. Not well organized. Anytime Kotoko is trying to attack. Abdul Basit brings it back. Quite a bit of miscommunication. And Alassane Mamoudou once again will fail to strike it in. And Kotoko Will be excited as they take the corner kick. Well, in case you've just joined us, it's the quarterfinals of the MTN FA Cup, the penultimate clash. As Kotoko is already leading through Democracy FC. As we've seen, 3 teams already booked their way into the semi-finals. That's a lovely ball there from Anchiajoy, and a penalty has been given to Asante Kotoko. And you can see everyone is just up on your feet. And next man, Kwame Opoku, I was just telling you about him. He does not need so much. He does not need so much off the ball. He does not need to see so much off the ball. Just a little effort. And he, well, that's what I mean. Here was it again. And the first one well taken care of. The second one, you need to really keep your eyes in that incident. But absolutely nothing was done to him, Kwame Opoku. Nobody touched him. But it's a very difficult angle for the referee to see. Maybe we'll have the benefit of seeing that replay and to ascertain whether there was any touch on Kwame Opoku. Well, it's a very difficult decision. The referee have already taken the penalty for the Porcupine Warriors, who went around to make it 2 before they head into the dressing room. And there's a skip out the side, Justice Blade, who walks up to it. It's the tale of 2 different opposite teams tonight. Kotoko inspirationally look for the second one. But the big question is, can the goalkeeper go for that one? Keep it out. Blay! Oh, comes off the woodwork. And through Democracy, hangs on to the 1-goal cushion against them. The woodwork to the rescue. Big miss there from the big captain. Here's entry. There's a tap from behind, but referee played advantage. Forced to sack it out, decides to go with his very right foot. Cuts it onto the edge of the 18-yard. Bends one in. And that's just too heavy. It's a goal kick. You look at Justice Blaze penalty once again. Crits the crossbar and comes out. And there's nobody to pounce on it to make it 2. Well, really beating the goalkeeper. Something down now. That has been taken against True Democracy. One is to be a bit calm now. Looks like they're just in a haste and making all the wrong decisions at the moment. Also, True Democracy, founded in 1984, registered as a club in 1993, and came promotion to Division 2 in 2006 before becoming a Division 1 club in 2024.
Content did justice play Pierre Bonzo, and then the style of play on Aqua Branton and Thomas Party, Chepas and San. Now, so what penalty I said, political true democracy, a Benfield one idea. Kotoko, yes, Amo Eddie, a Branton did Saka down, Baba Yabem. Because the war true democracy for dominating 151 one thing, political true democracy. Pierre Bonzo, Clay Bonzo, everyone. Still true democracy. Jamboso, a quite bobo, true democracy. Now, so Kotoko, my different come Sambo now, Pejabel 10 so the Baba chair.
Yes, Abdul Basit bringing it forward. That's what a Kadri. It goes to the ground. And for the first time, we might be saying Kotoko's yellow card. And it's flashed to the man in the 10 jersey. Emmanuel entry. .44 played. Few seconds to hit the top. Yes, Kadiri. But way back, not the best of pass. But has been blocked. Justice Blake finds it. Hit it in. The Blake goes to the ground. A lot of temporary hold up. And this time around is a skip up the side edge. Who gets into the book of the referee. And you can see the true democracy fans really out here in their numbers. That's quite impressive, isn't it? Unless you see most of them travel in their numbers. Took him out here to throw their weight behind their side. Who are trailing at the moment. Might go to nil. After Kotoko failed to increase their tally from this particular incident, we're just seeing on our screens. And it's Blake. Well, confirmation of Edgin's yellow card for you. Played the former medium IT playmaker, joined it on loan in 2019 and has since become a familiar figure around the club. 32 years of age. Played a crucial role for Kotoko in their 2021-2022 title triumph. And it's time to lead this Porcupine Warrior side after gifted with a huge leadership responsibility. Masiedu cuts it in 20 minutes on the edge, and True Democracy recovers quite well. That's a Kogi. It's Botchway instead, the man in the 10 jersey. And we might be seeing another yellow card flash out to Justice Blay. And it's marathon of yellow cards already in the first 45 minutes. You just tells you of the high tempo nature of the game. The two sides really being physical out here. And that's confirmation of Blaise yellow card. True Democracy pushes men forward to see if they can make something useful of this last opportunity. They might be coming in this first 45 minutes, but there's a bit of trouble here. Kwame Poko chases. Kanamua makes it very simple. Here's 0-2. Trying to connect back to his keeper. Who drags it into the penalty box. Amor is just on the standby for it, but goalkeeper Amor decides to go long. As he tries to pick a Kruger. That's Justice Kruger. That's Samba O'Neill. A very towering figure at Kotoko's defense. Now JT. Here's entry. Not safe having a long drive up front. He lost everybody. 4-4 to a red set. Kotoko cuts in. And that's another piece of brilliant work from LG, but Kotoko not retreating. And it's a corner kick for all the hard work and all the push in this dynamics of the game. Let's see what we make of this corner kick. It's likely to be floated high. Well, that certainly ends it. That is the last activity for this first half department of the game. And it's Kotoko that heads into the dressing room with a one-goal cushion from Saka Daudes. Lovely cheeky hit to beat goalkeeper Amwa in his own post. Always gifting the home side a huge advantage. And certainly there'll be a lot to talk about in the dressing room between Coach Prosper Natelgu, but for Coach Luke Manimoro, I'm telling you, the discussion will be endless. It's half time at the Barbara Sports Stadium. Kotoko 1, True Democracy 0. Don't go anywhere as we connect back to the pitch side where my colleagues will be on a standby for halftime analysis.
One of the stories in and so I will go subscribe. We share videos no unia and so NB ahead. Second half of the game, Jeba never to us so at the meeting and the number quite gracious. But the moment now on also to us with the messages that Bibia and so I come on. All right, so metwaso at the amamo. So young share a messages are amount for and so at the by a Opoku Eric or say we shall score more goals. I know Opoku Eric. I see the by and a Bismarck Adom or say watching you live from Canada, Montreal, Kotoko 3 Democracy 0. Sanso NAO Sacrum TV or say referee very disciplined Opoku or say good game Kotoko all the way and Bismarck or say watching you live from Wolverhampton UK also I was Baba okay also I was Baba I was at Baba Yara
game between Kumasi Krobia Asante Kotoko then True Democracy. It is the MTN FA Cup. As I told you, we are live on Metro TV, we are live on Original TV, so as Original FM, live on Adam TV, then live on Joy Prime. My name is Tana Kwesi Ajima Jr. Of course, you can call me Naji the Darling Boy. I'm doing this with Krobia Asante. Krobia, the first department of the game has come to an end. Your perception so far in the first department?
Yeah, Naji, it has been an interesting game. It has been a very cagey encounter. So far as the first department of the game is concerned, Kotoko playing so well, dominating play, orchestrating things on the field of play. True Democracy, they've been super indeed. And marvels, they are playing so well and they've been giving Kotoko a very heck of a time. And look at that first 45 minutes. It has been an interesting game, end-to-end stuff. A very good display from the two sides.
Before I come to the penalty incident, some of us have gotten the privilege to watch the replay and that kind of stuff. But you know, referees looking at where he was standing and the position at where he was, we know the decision always comes from them. But let's look at the first 45 minutes. Kumasi Asante Kotoko making so many incursions in the final third of True Democracy, but they were just able to bury just a chance. What was wrong with Kotoko?
Well, I think they couldn't imagine to have expected that display from True Democracy.
Okay.
True to this stage, Kotoko have been meeting Division 1 sides. They've been whipping them left, right, and center. Future Stars got their share. Young Wise got their share. And Accelerate also got their share. By the way of Kotoko beating all these teams before reaching out to this particular stage and playing against True Democracy. True Democracy, a Division 1 side who is not doing that well.
They're not performing.
Who is not doing that well. I think they are sit on the league log in their zone. So they are not performing that well. But I think that they've been giving Kotoko a very tough run for their money. So far as the first 45 minutes is concerned, it has been an end-to-end stuff. Kotoko making sure they use their character, their experience, and the individual qualities they have in their ranks or they have at their disposal. And I think that at the end of the day, they've not been able to score 2-3 goals past them, but I think they've been able to clinch a goal. So far as the first 45 minutes is concerned, they got a goal as early as possible just to unsettle the display of True Democracy. But hey, they never slept on that. They've been brilliant to watch. They've been playing so well against Kotoko, creating a couple of chances, making all the incursions by way of getting the equalizer. But trust the Kotoko defense, they've been able to curtail all the attacking threat from that of True Democracy. In that midfield row, Kotoko have been dominating the midfield row. Justice Blay, Andrew Sinti Menu, and of course, the main man himself, the playmaker, Emmanuel Enchi. He has not been on top of his game.
You're talking about Emmanuel Enchi. I'm not cutting you. But look at you. The way he received that card, I think it was needless.
Yeah. He has not been on top of his game, and this is a playmaker, for God's sake. His passes are not going through. He's been given 40 passes, and I think that incisive passes to unleash the attackers, to find the back of the net, it is not forthcoming from him. And I think that he seems frustrated, a bit frustrated on the field of play. He's been giving away some passes, and I think that he has not had a very good first half.
Of the day.
Yeah. The first half is one to forget in his life for Asante Kotoko.
Now let's come to True Democracy. We cannot take anything away from them. Though you said in the very first, when you were giving your analysis, that they are not performing in their respective league. But this time around, playing against a big team like Asante Kotoko, I think that I see them giving Kotoko too much respect. Don't you see that from True Democracy?
No, from the kind of display they've delivered in the first 45 minutes, there's no respect. Had it been any other team, they could have sit back, making sure they hit Kotoko on the counter break. But they've opened the game widely. They are playing Kotoko toe to toe. They are matching them up on the field of play. So it clearly tells us that they are in for the victory and they are in to beat Asante Kotoko. They are not playing any style that would even give any third party the notion that they are defending or they are respecting Kotoko. They've opened the game and they are matching Kotoko boot for boot on the field of play. They are attacking Kotoko so well. They are not defending, neither are they also sitting back to hit Kotoko on the counter break. They've opened the game, only that Kotoko's individual quality and collectively the kind of unit and the kind of cohesiveness they have at their half, that is what is giving Kotoko the edge over True Democracy. But hey, it has been an interesting display from the Division 1 side. They've been giving a very, very good account of themselves. And hey, they've given us a very, very good display from them.
So a first entertaining first half here at the Babayara Sports Stadium. As I told you, we are live on Metro TV, we are live on Original TV, we are live on Original FM, we are live on Joy Prime, so as Adams TV. We are live on Net2 TV, and we are live on AFA Sports Channel. On Facebook, it's AFA Sports _GH. And don't forget, Sporty FM in Kumasi and Accra. We are also live there. Once again, as I told you, I'm Nana Kwesi Jr. You can call me Naji. I'm here with Asante. It is the MTN FA Cup, the match between Kumasi Krobia, Asante Kotoko, and True Democracy. In the first department of the game, it has ended. Kotoko, they are leading by a goal to 0, courtesy Salka Dauda. Now, Krobia, let's look at the second half. What should the two coaches do? Let's start with True Democracy.
Well, I think credit to them. Credit to them. And I personally give them a thumbs up. Their coach, Mate, I think, brilliant coach. My first time.
I know him as far back in Division 2.
Oh, okay. My first time watching his side, True Democracy. I've watched them a couple of times, but seeing him on the bench, in the dugout, managing affairs, making sure he directs his players on the field of play so well. Very young man, but his tactical ingenuity is never in doubt. He's been playing so well. His side is playing so well in this particular game, and credit to him. He's doing something important with his group. They also have their fair share of quality within their ranks, and they are giving Kotoko a very, very difficult time. Very, very difficult time. And in the first half, clearly shows. It is not that Kotoko are leading. That is the justification of the entire 45 minutes. They've played so well. They've also had their fair share of the chances. They've been threatening Kotoko defense. They've been playing so well, swinging passes together and making sure they hit Kotoko when the time is due. And they've not been able to score a goal here, but I think that they've not been a bad side at all, playing against Krobia Asante Kotoko, who are yet to lose a single game. So far as the 2024-2025 MTN FA Cup is concerned. A team that is yet to even concede a goal, even concede a single goal in the competition. The second most successful club in the competition, MTN FA Cup. Taking Hasselhoff away, they come second in terms of teams clinching the most titles in the MTN FA Cup. So they are not playing against any mere side. They are not playing against any minnows. They are not playing against any middle table team, but rather it is Krobia Asante Kotoko that they are playing against. Even in the top flight league, in the Ghana Premier League, the elite division, Kotoko are the team leading the league log. So with the kind of display they've showed in the first 45 minutes, clearly tells you the kind of football they also play in their division, and they are giving Kotoko a very difficult moment now.
Now, what should Coach Prosper Nate Ogum do, just to increase the tally or just to maintain the one goal that they've gotten?
They have total control of the game. Kotoko have been dominating in all aspects of the game, from all departments, goalkeeping, midfield, defense, attack. Kotoko have been splendid. They've been enormous. They are playing so well. The individual quality is there. The team chemistry is there. The cohesiveness, the team combo, you could clearly see on the field of play between the players. And they have that understanding as well. That telepathic understanding at the back and in that midfield. In that midfield, I think that Justice Blair have been playing together with in team menu for quite some long period of time now. But Emmanuel Entry today is complementing them, playing as the playmaker for them. He's not been that bad though.
He's not been bad, but I'm not seeing. But I think that some of them, we are missing the service of Babaya. That is the same position that Babaya plays.
You could clearly see just after the referee blew his whistle, coach, the goalkeeper's coach Najau, he rushed to Emmanuel Entry and he was spoken to him. Just to encourage him, because you see, after receiving that yellow card, is going to also is not going to help him in the second half as well. Already he's making some 1 or 2 errors in the first half. So let's see what he also brings. Let's see the kind of changes that Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum is going to make ahead of the second department of the game. But Kotoko have the quality, especially even on the bench. Look at the kind of players sitting on Kotoko's bench. High quality, and these players start in any of the teams playing in the Ghana Premier League, not to talk of the Division 1 teams.
Okay, quickly, let's look at officiating. We've seen Masson Hansen was supposed to handle this game, but last minute it was changed to Afonso. So let's look at officiating so far in the first department.
Well, I think they've not been that bad. They've been good. We are humans. We all, as individuals, have our flaws, human errors. We also have it in the game. and we are not here. We are not having all the scientific and the machinery to help officiating this particular game. But I think that without penalty call, having a second, a third, and a fourth look at the incident. Hey. If we've got,
but let's look at the position of the referee and the assistant referee.
I think the assistant referee didn't help the center referee. Yeah. I think the assistant referee didn't help the center referee at all. He was in a better position
just
to have spoken to the center referee that, hey man, senior, this shouldn't on any day be given as a penalty. But hey, it was given, and fortunately on the side of True Democracy. The penalty got missed. Justice Blame missed the penalty, and it was a very good penalty taken from him. He sent the goalkeeper elsewhere. He sent the goalkeeper somewhere. By the end of the day, the post also helped, was in favor of True Democracy, and now they are only coming into this second half with a goal deficit, which in any given moment they could get an equalizer and maybe find out the rest of the minutes and to send probably the game into penalty shootout. So they are still in the game, and watching them play in the first 45 minutes, they are a side they can surprise Club Asante Kotoko. But Kotoko with depth, especially on the bench, they could come in and affect the game positively.
So any moment from now, we'll be zooming straight to the second department of the game here at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium. It is the MTN FA Cup, and we are live on Adum TV, live on Joy Prime, live on Original TV, live on Metro TV, as well as Alpha Sports Center. So if our commentators are ready, Victor and Co, you can take over for the second department of the game.
Well, thank you very much. As we get ready to return for the second half department of the game, and already we can see Peter Miduakwa getting ready to come in. Well, speaking about Kotoko, they beat Future Stars by 2-0. Honored Solaris to it by also beating them by the same goal margin. Before finishing 11-wise by goal-0 at this venue. And the money in the 14 jersey have just been retracted out of the game. Peter Miduako coming in his place as Bafwa was being taken out. Well, let's see. True Democracy have got the edge to have set this Kotoko side, who are very promising and have got so much arsenals within their fort. Right from the back into the middle and into the attacking options, the likes of Kwame Opoku. Not forgetting about Ahmed Tamwa was Kotoko's leading scorer at the moment in the Ghana Premier League and even in the MTN FA Cup. Watching on from the sidelines this evening. Maybe we might just be seeing a glimpse of him. So Ahmed Tamwa has scored 2 goals in one game of the MTN FA Cup. As we get a second half underway, as referee Afonso Atiapa blows for the commencement of the second half. So that's a confirmation of a substitution for you. With Peter Mido coming in. We'll talk about Kotoko. They've been 9-time winners of the MTN FA Cup back in 1958 when they lifted the first one. Followed it up in 1959 before they also lifted the same trophy in 1960. That has been consecutive performances from the Porcupine Warriors and took a long break before they lifted it in 1978, 1984, 1997, 1998 season. Took another long break. Came back to lift it in 2001. Went on almost 13 years break and won it in 2014. And the last one coming back in 2017. And now they feel like they've got the advantage to add another one to their trophy cabinet. Street Democracy pushing men forward. Drags it onto the left-hand side. And that's Sani Akrugu into the box now, looking for a bit of space to hit it through. Akrugu blocked by Justice Blade. That's clever defended from the big man. Here's Kami Opoku. Anyway, still is already up. Tiapa Afonso noticing something. And this will be True Democracy's throwing. Up the Hanan. A shot a while ago, taking that one. Just a trouble, Camara. Met it. Kotoko will need to be very careful. I'm sure Coach Lukman Imoro have been able to stabilize his side in the dressing room with so much pep talk. And you can see how they really come at the moment. You're going to see nothing happen in the first half. It's a big kick. And it's just too close to Mohamed Kamara. We'll pick it again. He's got no issues at all. As far as that ball has been thrown it in his own defensive area. Here's to JT. How can he hack onto it? It's just too heavy. And True Democracy waits. The train advantage. Well, cross-section of the fans in the stands here, enjoying every bit of this game this evening. It's got to kill. Restart all over from the back. No safer. Botchway bringing it forward. Touched a bit into the middle. First pass it. Brought across. This could be a big moment for True Democracy, but Kamara is able to prevent the situation. Manages to get a hand to it.
Would say second half of Kumasi Asante Kotoko gain confidence I don't know what the coach told them, but it seems as a second half in the boys are solid. There's a ultimately preventing true democracy for no say me penetrating easy to say the normal second half, and Kumasi Asante Kotoko has turned out almost person who use rings and more empty, and I would say Peter Midu Abem say almost person who big game in him now almost game yeah, to also any comment to know any amount bono equita. A plantain did the Peter Midu Aqua Pias da Massacre Saka now so much bonafina no bonabedi true democracy.
True democracy, breathing through the pocket of space on the left-hand side. And team Meno. Referee shows hot to play a bit. There's a bit of clutch between these two players. And you can see that Kumasi indeed love their football out here in the Anames. And a Saka Dauda, the goal scorer for Kotoko on the turf. As you have Amedu Akwa and Kwame Poku watching on. There's a bit of chit-chat ongoing as well as we try to have a better view of that situation once again. Well, that's Mahamadou in the 4 jersey for True Democracy. He's run some channels this evening. The centre back. Has been one of the players who have always begun all the games for True Democracy this season. Also, he's been escorted out, Sakarauda. And it's a difficult situation to accept. And doesn't look like he will be returning anytime soon to join his colleagues in the fray. And coach Prosper Natiogu will possibly be lining up a substitution. Well, so that's a confirmation. We have Abetamo coming in. And Kotoko's threats in attacking Ted have just been magnified. With Abetamo coming in. That's Aqua. Taking his time. Hostage play. Yes, in team. Somehow now just close by, decides to hit it back to JT. That's Aqua. Just got a very lovely fit. Turns it in. He smashed away. Goes to Mufas. That's a strong challenge. But wins the sympathy of the referee. So that's a confirmation of the change for Yosaka Dauda. Fails to return. Betimo, it's been a very, very long time here. I was taken to the field for the Porcupine Warriors. Plagued by injury. And now at least he's got opportunity to show what he's got once again. Never in doubt anyway. The Sambal now in Team Eno. Drops a dip to the hearts of defense for Sifa. Here's to JT. And Kotoko will have to run forward now. And Sabri done well. Where the first touch is coming in. That's Shani. That's Abdul Basit. It's back to Mahmoudou. Back to Abdul Basit. Here's Shani. He'll have to run through that narrow space and end up losing out on possession. That's Abed Samoa. Oh, you've got to give him a bit of opportunity. It's been a long while he ever kicked the ball in a competitive match for the Porcupine Warriors. Here's Akwa. That's play. Kotoko really cooling the tempo of the game as they string passes together. Back infield. Here's Sajete. Returns it back to the defensive line and a safe omitted. Back to Kimara. What a way they really managing to keep possession. Boxing the midfield and trying to draw True Democracy out of the defensive shell. That's Botchway. With the sympathy of the referee. And so to Ember. Well, let me reward with the free kick. The skipper get ready to quickly take it. Find Shane. Oh, left dip one to the far right hand side. But not the best of crossing. And so to Ember once again try to lash out at Mohamed Kimara, who is so miles out of his own post. That is not a very clever decision. In team menu. And it's back to the foot of True Democracy. Shani. Abdul Basit. Here's Blay for Kotoko. Peter Miduakwa. Entry. Lovely play from Entry. He's trying to pick up Kwame Opoku. But it's just too heavy for him. Well, it's a red party tonight here at the Barbara Sports Stadium. That's why we have a lot of yellows all over. And you can see the MTN FA Cup really colouring this edifice here. But the Kotoko fans are really painting the Barbara Sports Stadium really red. They're saving it. And it's back to Ajin. Here's Abdul Basit. 0-2. There's Mahmoud. Here's Botchway. He's got his colleague ahead of him running into the pocket of space. But decides to retract back to 0-2. Here's Anderson and Kotoko. Waits possession again. That's from Abed Amwa. That's Godfrey Amwa. We'll talk about Godfrey Amwa. He's been one of the most experienced goalkeepers we can find in a Division 1 league. After, interestingly, having a very beautiful stint with one of the best clubs in the country. And I'm just talking about a club that many have wished to play for, Hearts of Lions. And also dreams of a bit. And Sakwa finds Blay in the middle. And Timeno drags it back. Looking for Sifa, but picks Kimara instead. The Porcupine Warriors not really in a hasty attack at all, but there's a bit of trouble looming here. And Godfrey Dama picks it up. Releases a heavy one. An advantage to stay with Kotoko as we hit the 60th minute mark. And it's still the same old story of Saka Downers goal separating these two teams. And so to back to Otu. True Democracy in possession now. There's a lofted over, but Kamara blasted back. Goes on this in, failing to really keep his eyes on the ball and ends up giving up possession. And Kotoko once again, it's a bit problematic as the uncharacteristically just balloon out the ball for True Democracy's advantage of taking that throwing set piece. Jean quickly takes it, formerly of second year Zakes. 60 minutes. That's the scoreline. That's the time at the moment. And you can understand it's a bit of tiredness all over. As we've then
Taibua na motivate me bro. Na motivate ye kama. Na timia boy na maya ye djuma no. Me pache mo so hwe. Me ma ore mfi kura so be subscribe ansa na wako. Me wu say Samuel Tenedu. Ayo warm up. Wu say Samuel Tenedu any player ba ko kan wo me warm up enso e ho no. Bia enso e kama. O club ye Kumasi Asante Kotoko so afem. E faula ye Moventia. Club ye Kumasi Asante Kotoko wu say Abranten di Boche. Ejabo echi. Isaac Boche. Deflection, goal! Isaac Boche.
And True Democracy are back in this time in the Garden City. And it's the man in the 10 who strikes them into the game. I've just told you, the Kotoko needs to really sit on the edge of their seat. With the way True Democracy have been very calm in the last few minutes in this particular half. Not showing that hastiness they saw in the first 45 minutes. And it's Botchman who brings back the Tampa Bay Club into the game. What the fans have been calling for. Really beating Kamara to his far post. Arriving a third late. And yes, goes under him. That was very quick. That was very fast. Well, I think Botchway, formerly of Wafa and Nation FC, have just gotten that vital goal for True Democracy. It's 1-0 at pace now, and it's game on in Kumasi.
Si Fajra Bonoso, Peja Bono Tensha, a Brantani de Edipitami Waka, Bono and Bianco, Bona Sanso Quatri, Mabona Trashia, Isaac Butcher free kick no boy, men come for Nadal, a Quambiel, Mohamed Kamara, let me say with Sabono. No way Mohamed Kamara can save such ball. 210 times we are Bosnimo, but justice blade. Just you na su goalkeeper Godfred Amua Wachibono kama but we say Baba Yaya so sorry ayo warm up enti Baba Yaya Samuel Tenedu already we can say I was a coach Ogum at the Baba Yaya Ebem, but I don't know Bono Equita Amua Pejabo ne watete Aisha the player was located in the kama now so Jama Pama Bona Trashia throwing 210 Kotoko 1 True Democracy 1 for Baba Sports Stadium Club ya Kumasi Asante Kotoko Omo kwa Kofi Yesu ana but we say Samuel Buodu Baba better start I'm going to take game.
Well, let's see how the Porcupine Warriors recovers from that death of a goal that have just been equalized. And you can see this man on your screens. Dr. Prosper Natelgum. And Sakura bringing it forward. It's a very beautiful run by him. Otherwise breaking away into that space. What has been taken for them. And you can see most of the fans all over the stands are not very happy with the touch on the young lad. And you can really understand why. They're really edging their men to get back into the game. Let's see if they've got a lot of options. But it's the free kick. Kotoko have been rewarded with the free kick. And the question is that will they really take it well to the advantage, like we saw through democracy? Took advantage of that. It's checked over and it's well dealt with. And through democracy, ran out of that space. And Timeno conceding the throwing advantage. So let's see how they fare in the remaining minutes of the game. Just Samedo Akua once again running at the far side. Bringing it in. Finds entry. Lots of twisting and turning. Safer. Intimino breaks away from his marker. Lovely chip over. Now Sakura giving away possession through democracy. Will have to come for it. Here's a happy run from Anderson, and it's back to Kamara. I was just thinking. What we're about to see, some more tornado coming for Emmanuel entry. We also about seeing Babaya coming. Justice Blake going off for Tenedo. As Babaya have been introduced for Emmanuel entry. Well, the captain lifts the turf. And it's just one train there to be running to his mind at this point. If he had scored from the penalty spot, well, his Kotoko would have still have a bit of hope. Anyway, just not too late. It's just David. They've got big 22 minutes to play. Here's Arjun. Back into the middle. And there's nobody in the yellow to connect onto it. Asante Kotoko will have to bring it forward. Abdul Basit to the far right hand side, looking for Mahmoud. And he arrives to shield late. It's Mahfouz instead. That was being searched for in that fray. Just Tenedo with the first actions coming in. Some more Tenedo. Taking his time. Let's see what he can orchestrate from the middle. Here's JT. Here's Samoa. Oh, I told you about him. He might be a bit rusty since he's lost so much game time. And he cannot really fault him. Another poor pass True democracy. Here's justice. And it's back to Kamara. It's a very high tempo game at the moment. We've done 70 minutes. And they're saving. What is the time, Coach Lokman Imoro? We need to tell his boys to keep their heads cool in a game like they did in the last 25 minutes or so. At least to draw level. And here's the decision. They'll be laughing at the wrong side of their mouth as Kotoko will have to continue to press. And this is a big moment coming in. It's drawn back. Oh my goodness, that is a real piece of Iraq defending. Clear opportunity for Kotoko to take the lead. And the fans seems to be really enjoying themselves under the floodlights here in Kumasi. Let's just watch it. No Sabe Tamwa. But just stop on the line by Mahmoud. It's up there, Basit. That's a lovely hit over to the far side, looking for Mafus. What is just to have it. And Kotoko will get out of that ball, throws it in. Here's Sifa, here's Ajete. Here's Babayaya. Here's Abetamwa. And it's Babayaya once again. The former King Faisal man. We'll bring it back onto the right-hand side. ASN team whips it over and loses everybody, but could only meet to White Shed. That's Botchway. You don't need to wait for the ball at this moment. You need to go for the ball. And they need to be careful. ASN team, Kotoko driving into True Democracy's half. Big chance. And a big man blasted onto the ground, and you can see it dangles over. It's 72 minutes, and the man in the 77 sets will get ready to bring it up front. Well, the last time again here, Mohamed Kamara fails to make any started in Beth. Against Legon Cities, Summertex, Young Apostles, and even break into the squad against Holy Stars, but was on the bench in that game. There's Samba O'Neill. Back to Samba. Yes, Tinedu. Let's looking for Amidou Akwa. Lovely one to play with Amidou Akwa. Breaks into the box. And that's just too weak for a penalty, isn't it? Yes, there was a bit of contact, but in terms of how animals that contact was, it's just not enough to cause any penalty upset. Let's just look at it again. Well, we seem to have a man for True Democracy coming up as we watch this one once again. Just rolling over the turf. Peter Midwakwa. The scene has been retracted from the game. As we've seen Kwabena come in. What a spirited performance with 15 minutes more to go. And Kotoko in front of the home fans, who need to quickly fasten off something special to at least make it into the semi-finals. Hold on a minute. That's another player that has been lifted out in some big trouble. It looks to be Sifa. It's just being brought out. It's a big moment. That's the man in there for the shot, and that's a disappointing kick there from Sane. He could have done better with that crossing. That's so too. We'll release a long one into that track once again, but Kotoko Sambo now brings it back. Here's Sifa. Here's Sifa really taking a bit of walk up field. JT, and it's blocked by Kwabena, who's just come in. Here's a JT once again, lays onto it. Release a long one into the channel, and has been turned away by Agent. Show Democracy's keeper, who being rock solid at the back, really ensuring that he read such a towering wall for Kotoko's frontman to have a very difficult task crossing this evening. Reason why you've not seen Kwame Opoku in his element tonight. Kotoko looking for options. And Timeno from that distance comes off the body of the True Democracy man. And they'll have to try again. This one on a Samba or twisting 10. It's picked up by Godfrey Amwa. Tinedu brings it back to Sambonel, the former Rahim FC player. Signing a 2-year deal with the Pakipan Warriors. That's a big movement there. Chudamokas needs to be careful. And here they'll love to attack. That's a big hit on the far side. Justice waiting for it, blasted in, and it's been intercepted by Sambonel. And you can see Akoglu was just waiting at the receiving end. As Mafos walks through it. And decide to leave it for Bassett instead, I guess. But this was the moment Kotoko was looking to pounce on a loose ball. In True Democracy's penalty box. That was a big touch from Kwame Opoku. And send across. On the best of header from Alassane Mamoudou. And the Temaside fans will continue to rejoice in the yellow stand. Now Sifa brings it back to Kamara. 10 minutes left on the clock. And we could be heading for the penalty shootout to separate these two teams. We've already seen two Division 1 side crossover into the semi-finals, with Brecum Chelsea being the only Premier League rep. And we would have to see if you're going to have another Division 1 team, or we'll see another Premier League team to make it two apiece in terms of the representation and the ratio. Here's Timeno bringing it forward from the right hand side. Babaya brings it back to Timeno. Hits it onto the right hand side. Here's Sajete. Sends it to his finger. Has been dealt well by Edgin. Kwabena whips it up front. And True Democracy will have to run riot. Mafus. Botchway. It's a very cheeky pass. And he should be a bit disappointed himself with that kind of pass. Here's Petamido Aqua. Babayaya. Here's Sabetamwa. Lovely spread to the far right hand side for Ajete. Saturday swinger. This could be the moment, but what a big hand from Godfred Abwa to deny Kotoko their second of the game. Every moment in this encounter, I tell you. In our defense, all over the stands are quiet, especially for the Kotoko fans who felt they should have been leading by 2 or 3 goals already, with the kind of opportunities that have felt their way. Desperate header from Patrick Asieru, but that's a big save from the goalkeeper. And the former Hearts of Lions man and Dreams man really making True Democracy really stay intact in the last 8 minutes of the game. It's blasted up front. And that's another big chance coming from the man in the 41 set. That's Mafus. And you can say Kotoko absolutely outnumbering True Democracy players in the final third of the pitch. It's just Mafus and Justice Kruger who will be lurking around Kotoko's final third, as most of the men have been static at the back and even in the middle. It's going to be a long throw-in. Yes, Justice giving it tall order from Sambonel, who's trying not to give any breathing space to try and send in a killer across, and is successful with that attempt. It's long. Quickly well taken, but has been brought to the chest of Kwame Opoku. He's just having a very difficult time. Well, True Democracy finding a huge inspiration and the fact that they've been able to walk to the stage of the competition. And it's what has really kept them going in tonight's game. And you can see Lukman Imoro. I could have done better. He covers his face with his palm. He has to take a bit of a seat and just watch on. Well, 6 minutes to play for. And 6 minutes to ask the big questions. of whether Kotoko can really fancy their chances from free kick set space they've just got in. And it's cut out once again. But they'll have a corner kick from the far left-hand side. Let's see. Well, Sergin tries to extract his man at the back. There's no time to complain. That's Tenedo picks it for Kotoko. Fights in Tenedo. Plenty of space for him. Drags it to the right hand side. Ejete. Here's got Babaya running into the channel down the right hand side, but decides to go long into the box. It's picked by Tenedo. That's a heavy challenge from Justice. Abdul Basit blasted up front. 4 minutes left. And it's been a real game tonight. You cannot just miss the action for a second. Don't take your eyes off it. It's drama upon drama. As Samba now brings it forward, decides to square one to Safer. It's still Safer looking for a bit of help. Finds in Timeno. Here's Sonel. In Timeno. Babaya onto his right hand side. Here's Ajete. And that's Mafus. Kotoko returning possession. Unless they have the free kick. That's a very cute angle. That's Patrick Casiedo. Don't go behind it. God, you can see the fans, the Kotoko fans, to be very specific. Really hailing their man to find a second. Not being elusive in the second half. Yes, Kamara. Decides to hit it up front. Yes, Shane. Back from Ajete. And Kotoko have the train advantage, quickly taken. Yes, Yaya. Drifted onto the edge of the 18 here, decides to curl it into the far post. But it's just too heavy. He couldn't really tame it below the crossbar. And it's just been a summary of the story today for most of the teams. Struggling to find that top corner of the goal post. Yes, True Democracy as coach. You can see him. And Scufford stays on the turf. Well, just 1 minute left to hit the 90th minute mark. And all that attention to be shifted to the two goalkeepers between the sticks for Kotoko and True Democracy FC. And maybe the man will be selected to take those penalty kicks. We shall be waiting to see the number of minutes that we added on. Considering this temporal hold up here, no less to attend to Godfrey Amwa. And it's all good. All the best of story for Coach Prosper Natel. In the MTN FA Cup, as far as his career is concerned. So 9 minutes of additional time. Big minute for Kotoko. For True Democracy, that will be a lot. I was just talking about Coach Prosper Natel in the MTN FA Cup. The quarterfinal run has been his best finish so far. After exiting in 2022 at a round of 64. Exited in 2024 at a round of 16. And he's going to place better with the 1-1-8 stage with the Porcupine Warriors this evening. And he'll be looking to improve it further. LJT. That's a lovely cut. That's a big hit. And somehow now gets it back to Ulasi. There's a red card. Match in order for Coach Lukman Imoro. And you can see the faller. Yes, Petite Man very furious about the decision from referee Alfonso Atiapa. That's a clever header back to his goalkeeper. And you can see the emotions really being inflicted in this penultimate quarterfinal matchup. And a lot of cuts have been flying high in this evening fixture. I think the highest of this quarterfinal. And someone else giving it a strong battle by Justice Akogri. The referee flashing out another one to Justice Akogri. Won't necessarily a bit careful. That's a bit silly, isn't it? Just getting himself into the book of the referee for no reason. Well, Godfrey Damwa stays a bit longer on the turf. Unless you wind down the clock a bit. Drives one up front. And Samuel Tinedu. That's Mafus being the culprit. On the far right hand side. Yes, if goodbye, Ajete curls it in. Asante Kotoko player. Samba on a headed back now. Samuel Tinedu instead. Aqua drifting from the left hand side. This could be a big moment. But it's blocked by Abdul Basit. Kotoko still have the advantage. And it's in! It is in! It is in! It is in! It's Kwame Opoku with the winning goal for Kotoko. And the big man have just danced on the big stage. I told you he does not need several touches within True Democracy's territory. Just a little, and he will be a bit problematic. And the Kotoko fans have just all of a sudden found their voice. Watch it once again. Was struck. And Kwame Opoku rejoices. Wait a minute. There seems to be a bit of big problem here. There's Abdul Basit. I'm just wondering what exactly might be the problem with those two players. And you can say Goffred. Not happy with the fourth official. And the referee will need to stamp his authority on the game. It's becoming a bit wild. And the emotions at the moment is just skyrocketing, especially for True Democracy. And the Kotoko fans will continue to really sing and dance. Which is what it. There were two players, especially the other one lying on the turf. And the complaint seems to be the reason the referee didn't whistle when one of the men was already down on the turf, but decided to play on advantage for Kotoko to take the lead. There's going to be a lot of complaint this evening. Just watch it again when Amedu Aqua ran into the channel. But the problem is to really detect what exactly happened to the two players lying on the turf before Kwame Opoku struck that one in. Referee Afonso Otiepa takes a look at his watch. And you can see the Kotoko fans in the numbers really rejoicing at the moment. 97 minutes. And it's Kotoko who are back in front. Yes, Abdul Basit back to Mahamudu. It's left it deep. Stinedu. That's a big hack. You can see a bit more. You can see a bit more. And the temperature into this game is just skyrocketing in this 9 minutes of the game. And the big man stays on the turf. Kwame Opoku. When will he stop scoring? Gonna score against BBN Goal Start. Did him against Mediama. Did him against Vision FC. Legon Cities. Summer Text 1996. And here say tonight against True Democracy, the Division 1 side. And you can see the referee. Afonso Otiepa will start the refereeing back in 2009. Almost 15, 16 years now, really ensuring that the game resumes. And so much experience under his belt. Yeah, Samuel Tinedu for Kotoko, Babayaya. Yes, Mohamed Kamara. Sambonel back to Sifa. And Asante entity in Asante Regis capital city. There's Asante Kotoko that wonderfully Petro Democracy FC by 2-1. What a night for Coach Prosper Natelgum for the first time. Have been able to carry the side into the semi-finals. And what a season-defining moment for Kotoko, who are atop of the Ghana Premier League. And I've also got another ticket in the second most revered competition in the country. But for this, True Democracy players, it's a lot of emotions upon emotions at display. And they need to be very cautious. It came over. It's a done deal. There cannot be any reverse to this game. And it's Kotoko that have set up a clash against Beckham Chelsea. So interestingly, in the semi-finals, we've got two Premier League clubs facing each other. And in the other way around, we've got two Division 1 side also meeting up. So definitely we've got a rep of the Ghana Premier League in the final, same for the Division 1 side, because a Trump division will take on Golden Cake. Whilst Asante Kotoko takes on Beckham Chelsea in Takwa. That is just uncontrollable at the moment for the True Democracy players who've got so much explanations to do. And you can see some of their technical team trying to really calm matters down. Also, it's full time at the Babaya Sports Stadium. Democracy one. I'll see.
Yes, okay, Nana question was a good job. Okay, maybe there's also a didn't true democracy cry. Yeah, the ball football. Yeah, okay, also message your buy no message say before so over subscribe our channel also. Now we say Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Team no or more call bomb some actual fans and fans no the kind of support any day there in the bar stadium no and no can will be any last minute win no 80 minutes so we say Joe Ajiman or see if Blay were able to score that penalty and 3 goals. Okay, also the at the back what in Dennis or say okay also match okay. Nana Kwame messages never fast okay mam try Facebook there I say why were they insulting their keeper when he was delaying? Just say why were they not insulting their keeper when he was delaying? I know the message also the I don't know it was Facebook. For game on Enina Abanewe Kumasi Asante Kotoko through to the semi-finals of the MTN FA Cup competition into Kumasi Asante Kotoko Ebebo Beckham Chelsea. Yes, and also a very tough game I just said and also Ebetimi Abba. Yes. Also imagine this game wasn't in Kumasi. I tell you it would have been a bloody scene. Yes, it's a match when Kenya Kumasi pa na what and Kayetema. I think say True Democracy for Nyade so much. Also, but the game produced 3 goals, so the prophet isn't far from his prophecy though. Okay, on also message on also at the buy, I don't know. SK Nyantechi, also Jan in shock. Also media do okay. Richie or say Massa, what the referee did was wrong. Okay, referee did a month for Bibrina and then I want some Kaya, a month for Bibrina and the referee was some Kaya. Say if you move when the match and some Bibri. Matthew also watching you from Nibasu. Good job. Yes. I say this is what they do in Tama. Okay. It's you know any echo so who's a fans no just almost bomb some edema players and also the owner of the True Democracy team needs to sell all the players and use this club. Okay, I say more. I say my man for can comment section no man who say say team no also must stop that lie. Okay, or no so massive your demo be I don't know. So Kumasi Sanegoroko last minute or my game no every democracy for them because not democracy for who say BB added that come here components here company yet me aware but Kumasi Sanegoroko stepped up to be Kumasi Sanegoroko today and they have done it again. Now say almost step you up on the game. They could have won this game easily but now they say true democracy for Baba no omo some of my game na simple e dey Kumasi Asante Kotoko na we say fans no me Porcupine tertiary for na bojama wo ho no na players no so ababeji no my name yes Porcupine tertiary for na bojama Porcupine tertiary na we say fans no so just omo jama omo bono na players no so jubilate e wo ho yes players no ni omo na jubilation over here. Before say you become who you knew now subscribe Dawana TV simply means love your mother. Dawana means love your mother. Dawana means love your mother. Who you knew now was subscribe. Who you knew now subscribe. Who you knew now subscribe. We will be living very soon. And then on Yadia say you become the fans and I could come time and it could be free. You free baby and you yes, and then the planning you can thank you but because of your fans in internet never send you back now you be born at the Madonna for in will be sending a message our YouTube say Massa Donna time of playing any baby match and I'm a board time in the man and also hey wouldn't none away anymore now who me a Johnny yes and no can be them dim the keg them say fans and the send over near Seattle my subscribers almost say ever said by hook or crook every time it's big match at the moment so that is what happened. Kumasi Asante Kotoko has stepped up to be Kumasi Asante Kotoko. They have won the game very nicely 2-1 against True Democracy. Yes, okay, so now Kumasi Asante Kotoko team and a free air picture so no yes all my call round and a fans no jubilate or the fans no jubilate more na so who is going to be your man of the match? So man of the match award I think say it went to a team menu in man of the match. Nana Oliver also God bless you guys. Thank you Nana Oliver. Charles Ohimen also got a good work and Henry also got to met a very stubborn side but Kotoko pressure was too much. Kotoko played very well. Keep it up our golden boys. Prekon Lovson. I think in fact teams like this True Democracy should not be allowed to play in the Premier League. Okay. Alex Watson was saying, hey Dawana, are you not in Kumasi? No Kumasi. Send you HNBC Kosovo. So, Timino, everywhere. But yes, step it now. Now you share atmosphere for one. Here we are. So, yes, step it down. So you cut down and share atmosphere so from there that is a Yapon baby I'm a free pie na mabaha na mabecha match mama no enya some to baby I'm a free I'm a becha match mama no senka me yi me ho akira mo ahu dress na me becha match na because say akoyi na wabo adwuma enti me sire mo subscribe ma mo ase baby I'm a free my big match no enya some to just subscribe to motivate us. Okay, me who say still about hanam na say ewa ha Alex also okay. I got 2 times. Okay. So we'll share outside out. So this is how outside is. So first of all, I'm out for the Yes, outside no, my own security no. I am very, very tight to her. And they didn't see.
Mima Obianti SSM, born a go. Me could book them, born a go. Obiama say you go be and go them say, somebody go and say, I'm now Ubakasi, Omita Pedamiti. Obajan tell who said that, sir, and the Bonapajan Tia. What's that in Tatua? What's your prayer? No more. No doubt. No Pajati. No Pajati who said, what about Nazan Tatua? Genesis, I didn't so timid yet. Because we know why you say Bono, Omanapaso. And now we have been who said, Abia, I've been telling you all questions. I took you no. Obia Gasa, one as an echo of Reverend who said, we a player. Who told from them? As also, what's up with their teacher, sir? Poor neighbor. And as I do to her, and to who say, I give it down, and I will give, and to want to go. If you know, I said that because Obajan to so, and was added to her to her. So you have that's how you see. That's how you see to her. And the border, if you know, where you go, that's see you go. I don't be like I said, border, and you go. Because we are paying ourselves, we are wicked. I just put down it. Yan yourself, put on us. Now, what do they buy? What's it? And the bonus also, what killing 4, 5, let's say we show up over to 4. Yan yourself, let's come, you should know we are Mr. Kia. Yeah, I am. And the one go, everyone else.
So, I know, and Kotoko president. So that is it. We say fans, you know. There's almost any upgrade because at the end through democracy for the almost but security is very, very tight here. I think that nothing is going to happen to anyone. Security is very, very tight. When we say police cars, you know, a barricade no more secure, no, or match a barricade in the match as a economy So that is that. So still, as I mentioned, I see who answered your prayer. Okay. So comment section and I just said amount we did here. Comment section. So everything is on point here. You could see security very, very tight. May escort our heart. I said the team no ever. Nothing is going to happen. I'm sure for maybe I'm free to match on my breath. Maintain fans no interview no. Many sure say me media my breath. I see coffee. I'm watching now. You have a circle juma. Let's say a juma no. Yakobo juma di amamo. Come. In fact, medo bibia will join us. Asi. Nyankopon issue bibia. Our subscribe bibia. Nyankopon issue. Omo akoma so di na. Ebre mo interact here. Your comment section ni so. Nyankopon issue mu nyina. Agoye de no na de sa. Ye de juma ni besia. That's a ne. Ye be se